Hi guys, how are you doing? Business owners, get in here. Okay, if you own a business or in fact you're just a regular citizen who is just not feeling the current economic situation of the country, you want to learn what to do to stay afloat, get in here. Okay, so I had a discussion with a friend of mine this morning, and I thought to share it here because a lot of people are not coping right now with the economic situation, the inflation, the current devaluation of our currency in Nigeria. Our naira is going down the drain. It's plummeting. It's just ridiculous, the devaluation. And I want to share tips, 5 tips actually, on how to stay afloat in this economy. So let's go. Number 1, do not panic. I know this is very easy to say, but really, I try to put my problems, situations, and the power that is higher than I am. So whatever it is you practice, whatever religion, I'm a Christian, I pray. So when I pray, I find that the anxiety sort of reduces because I feel like I've handed it over to a power that is greater than me. So that's something, if you believe in prayers, if you don't, man. But to be honest, I feel like talking negatively about the situation sort of worsens it. So if you are with people and all they're talking about is, oh, look at how terrible, it sort of ingrains it to your brain and makes you feel like, oh my God, things are really bad. But then if you avoid all sort of negativity and focus on the positives, focus on the fact that, okay, you're alive, there's a lot of gratitude going on, you're fine, your family will be fine, it sort of helps with the anxiety. Okay, so that's number 1, do not panic. Number 2, sit with your numbers. Okay, you guys, it doesn't matter how small or how big your business is, you have to review your numbers every now and then. I've done this for Radiance Cookware. You need to sit down and look at how much money you are spending running the company. Okay, look at your costs for procuring your products, the cost of selling your product, and make sure that you are still making a profit. It is very easy to say, oh, well, I already factored this earlier, and then, I should still be making a profit. A lot of people right now are not making profit. Okay, so if 20% margin is your goal, make sure you factor in the inflation rates, make sure you factor in your overhead costs because everything has gone up. Okay, so sit with your numbers and make sure you are still making a profit, because otherwise, what's the point of doing business if you're not making profit? A lot of people are just breaking even right now. I did have that discussion this morning and it's really sad. So people just want to sell just to sell, but really there's no point if you're not making profit. If you have to increase your prices, well then go ahead and do it, but make sure you have sat with your numbers and make sure you are making a profit. Okay, number 3, make sure you are thinking about earning in a different currency. Okay, so for people like us who have the disadvantage with our currency, it is time to actually think outside of your local market. Think Amazon, think branching out into, much better economies that have a stronger currency. Okay, so for me, unfortunately, I happen to deal, with something that is so hard to sell, because of the weight. So if you are selling, light items, try and look for how to register your business outside of Nigeria where you can earn in Forex. Okay, so that sort of like cuts down on the demand for Forex when you need to order your goods, because you could always take from there and then place your orders, and it just helps you in general. This doesn't just apply to physical goods. If you are selling an ebook, a digital product, try and look outside your jurisdiction. Try and get your products on platforms that will pay you in dollars or in pounds so that you can sell your goods. Reach out to newer markets, place ads, run ads. Just try and get out of your comfort zone so that you can earn in Forex. Okay. Number 4, reduce your overhead costs. And I can't even say this enough because there's so many things that we do that are really unnecessary if you look at it. For example, in Nigeria, if you happen to have a generator and you buy diesel all the time, you know how expensive diesel is. You might want to start thinking about other renewable sources of energy like solar energy, okay? Because those type of costs are always constant, and if you can reduce them, that will be much better for you. For me, at Radiance, at my home, we have solar panels everywhere on the roof. So even if we do not have electricity, although we do have 24 hours, if by any chance something happens, we are always going to be connected. Okay, so reduce your overhead costs on maybe packaging. A lot of people do a lot of unnecessary packaging in the name of branding, and you know, if you could go cheaper, better for you. So I mean, that doesn't, even when it comes to staff, I mean, if a machine can do it, go ahead and get a machine for it instead of employing way too many people that would, you know, rack up your overhead costs. Try and reduce it by any means possible. Okay. Number 5, look for community. So look for fellow business owners. You know, find your friend, look for your mentor to talk to, because really sometimes when you brainstorm, you have solutions. I was looking for a place to get something cheaper this morning, and I decided to reach out to a friend who I saw a video on her page, and you know, I just said, oh please, do you know a place where I can do this? And she was like, oh yeah. And then she gave me a contact who happened to be 40% cheaper than the person that I was using. And you know, if I hadn't reached out to her, there was no way I would have known. And that has cut down my cost by, you know, by 40% for that particular item. So you see, if you close your mouth, sometimes the solution might not come your way. So try and look for who to talk to in a positive light. Make sure it's solution based, and so make sure that the talks you're having are mostly solution based, and you know, hopefully this will help you reduce the anxiety that everyone is currently feeling. And as a business owner, really, I pray for you. I pray that you find solutions. I pray that you continue to stay afloat. I pray that you keep your head above water, because really right now is the time to reflect on your business. And whatever decision you make, if it's to stay in Nigeria or to Japa, just make sure that you are growing, okay? Because a lot of people have emigrated, but they are still stuck in one place and they're finding it difficult to actually grow. So you can grow wherever you are. Make sure that you have a plan for growth eventually, okay? I wish you all the best, you guys. Ciao, ciao.